Hey, Shanda, I'm going to invite you as a guest, so please accept it. If it goes through. There you go.
Yep. We're here.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
How are you? How are you?
Doing good. Let's see
I'm
here.
just waiting for the other person to come on.
Okay.
Thanks, Maureen. Thank you guys for the gifts. Welcome in. Hi, Lynn. All right, Lisa, I'm going to see if I can add you to this. Hold on. I'm not sure how to do this. Whoops. Does anybody know how I can add more than one person in a group on here? Let me check this out. Boxes. Just number one. Okay. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this all out.
Are you on your computer?
No, I'm on my phone. Okay, there she is.
There we go.
Hello. Uh-oh, where's the other one at? Did we forget her? Oh, this is crazy. Hold on, you guys. I gotta figure out how to turn this back the way I had it before. Hold on. Um, I'm still learning how to do this.
There we go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Lisa and Shanda?
Yes. I'm here.
Hey, Lisa, you there? I can't barely hear you guys.
I should be up. Can you hear me? This is Shanda.
Okay, I can hear you. Are you there, Lisa? You're muffled. I can barely hear you.
I put it towards my face closer.
Oh, you're fine. But Lisa, I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me better now?
A little bit. Okay. So everybody joining right now, me and Shanda, or I always want to call you Shanda for some reason. Sandra, sorry.
Shanda. Or Shanda.
Shanda. She's a medium from Helena, Montana, and she's been known to also help people who are missing. Thank you. And I was going to go live on my Facebook to do this, but apparently Facebook won't allow that to happen no more. So I guess we have to go live on TikTok to do it. But it will be recorded, and I'll post this on my YouTube as well. So Lisa, right here, she is looking for her mom. And Lisa, can you explain what was going on to everybody?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can't hear you.
Can you hear
Sorry.
me?
You're muffled. We can't hear you. Are you there?
I can hear her. She just might need to put the mic closer to her face.
I'm not sure where all that stuff is.
I can barely, it's like I'm like a really muffled. Are you there? Are you outside or something?
No, I'm on a tablet.
You what?
I'm on a tablet.
Tablet. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Try to go on the phone though.
Yeah, try your phone and then join us, and then we'll add you. I don't know if that might help. So Lisa Rodriguez, she'll tell her story as soon as she comes on, you guys. And she's her mom's been missing, I think, since the mid '90s, and she's been looking for her mom, and she hasn't had much luck. And Shanda, sorry, Sandra, Shanda, I've known her for years, but so what me and Shanda do sometimes is we'll go and do our own investigating with our own readings, and then we'll come together with the person that's missing somebody and lay out what we have. And I'm sorry, why do you keep thinking your name?
Shanda, like chandelier.
I've known your name forever, but
Yeah.
Shanda, she will put down what she knows, and I'll put down what I know. Let me see here, Lisa, if I can add you again. Lisa, let's see. Oh, there she is. Let me see if I can get her on again. All right, I'm accepting you, Lisa. Are you there? Hi, Laura.
I'm here
Okay.
Okay, now I can hear.
now. Okay, good.
So, Lisa, can you explain to everybody your story really quick?
Back in 1996, my mom went to a Halloween costume party and has never been seen since. She was last seen leaving with a man. Um, it looked, from what we know, voluntarily or willingly getting into his pickup. And he said that he drove towards a beat, towards Argyle, which is back home, 10 miles away from where the party was. And then he said he turned around at this beat pile, and then he might have dropped her off, but he doesn't remember everything.
And
And that's about
I'm sorry.
it. And that's about for the last time she was seen.
Okay. And Shanda, can you explain to everybody what you do and who you are, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I've been a psychic medium. I've known this stuff since I was a small child. Uh, I would comment on a lot of things even as a small child. My dad understood it because it runs in his family. And so I remember we had a missing child case out in Clancy, and I said she was taken. And I talked to children that were there, 30 years later, and the children, and they said there was a man in the forest that took her. And so, I always felt like she had been taken, but I, can track into that stuff. And I recently worked on a case with a young lady that was missing on a horse, and I was down in the area where I felt her last presence. And then they did find her, and I did work with the family very closely. So it just depends on, there's many cases I've worked on, but I do get images, and towards the end of their life, I do go through their death, and I can see what the perpetrator's doing, and close to what we're looking for.
I
Is
remember
that
one time you did a story in Great Falls, Montana about that lady that was missing, and you kept saying she was in the water. And when they pulled out her truck, that's where she was.
I went into a riddle and I said the dog is the key is the dog, and I looked and I pointed out towards the water, and I looked at the husband and I said the key is the dog. Where they saw the dog is where she's at. And so he sent the people that had the submarine thing that they work on. Within hours they had her, because that's where the dog was found. But it took 3 years because they couldn't afford these people to pay for it. So the family had to come up with the money to pay them and the thousands to find their mom. But she was found in the area where the dog had been seen in the water.
So yes, I trust
Mhm.
Sandra because she's been really accurate with helping a lot of people that were missing. So, what are you guys? So this is a picture that Lisa sent me. I don't know if it's going to show it very well. Is this the last picture of that Halloween party that
Yes.
mom
Yeah.
was at?
That was the night right before they went out that night with her friends. Yeah.
And is your mom this one right here?
Yep. Yep. Dressed up like Pocahontas.
And is the man next to her the one that you think did something to her?
No, no, those are other friends.
His friends? Okay.
Yeah.
This is your mom right there. I'll
Yeah.
bring it up closer if you guys can see it without that glare. I'm sorry, the glare. Let's see.
Yeah.
Your mom's a very pretty lady, by the way.
Mhm. Beautiful.
Okay. So, um, I went to my office and I laid out the map you gave me, and I used the pendulum, and I've connected with your mom's spirit guide, and I've also connected with her spirit, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna um, do you want to go first, Sandra? I always want to call you Sandra. I don't know what it is with you. It's been that way for years, and I still have that problem with your name. Sorry.
Just think of her very beautiful outfit.
Sandra, yeah.
What I got immediately was after that party, whoever she was with, there was a disagreement, probably in what was expected from her. She did get to a house where I saw like pillars or a porch, but something in between that happened in between that area. So I don't know if that was where her house was. Did it have a porch out front? Because I'm seeing a porch with a light.
I think the house that she was at, I think I sent you that picture.
Yeah, but the home, her home, did she have a porch with some kind of pillars out front or posts?
The house that we lived
Here's the
in did
picture
not.
right here. Hold on. I think she did send me a
Okay.
picture of something like that. Hold on. Let me check here. She sent me some papers, but I'm going to see if I can find that really quick.
I was at the house that we lived at, and she did not come there.
Okay, so this was a different house, and she knew, and there was an argument.
So here's a picture that she mailed to me. And let me
So
see.
the house that I mailed him was the house that that picture was taken in with her friends.
Would you say that's it?
But I saw something, I saw the porch. Is that the person that was with her at the end?
That's the friend that she was with that night. That's her house, but that also was my mom's childhood home.
Yeah, I'm seeing a different place. That's not what I'm seeing.
Okay.
I'm seeing that she was at a different house. Something happened there. There was a definitely, I get this intense argument, and what she didn't want to do, like, no, 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 just get me out of here, get me out of here. And then it escalated. For some odd reason, typically I'll go through, this one just allowed me to feel as if hands were around my throat. And, okay, so mom wants to pass on to you. It was quick. She did give it a good fight, but some reason she's showing me an area where it was exceptionally wet, and I can see him where he's digging in something that's very wet, muddy, but the rocks are smooth like river rocks. You know how they get beat up and they smooth out? That's the key. So talking to a geologist about rocks, even into where it's like a wet area, if you dug
There's a
it,
slough that is an interested area.
I have no idea. This is what
Yep.
he's showing me of the person that harmed her. It's showing me where he's picking up the dirt and that, and moving it around, but it was very muddy, and those rocks are very smooth. They wouldn't have hurt that person. It gave it to me real quick. For some odd reason, it didn't want to go into full detail on this, other than I see this house with a porch with pillars. There's something with that old house.
An old house.
Yeah, it's an older house, but she didn't go there. It was this person, and I think that they felt that they were going to take her somewhere and get with her, and she was not having it. She was not having it.
Okay.
That's exactly basically what you're telling me so far, but I have more information too. But what she's saying exactly what I got too, that the mom, it was strangulation. I got that the man that did this travels a lot on the road. This man is like, he's done this to other women.
Yes.
I don't know if he's a sociopath or a serial killer, but he gets a thrill off of it. And your mom was one of the people that he would go for, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
she was, I think when she met him, he stalked her, if that, or something, or he went after her. That's how I kind of felt with this one. This guy was a predator. This man has more than one spirit within him. I think there's a demonic spirit within this guy. He's is not a good person.
Not at all.
What I saw with this guy is, what do you want to call, like a predator, like almost like a mountain lion or some kind of demonic figure that's within this, like somebody stalking somebody. It's what I'm getting with this guy. So I'm gonna. Are you done? I'm sorry, Chandra. Or you have more to say?
This person was very personable to gain her trust at that party, though, and she felt like he was nice, and he was actually fairly attractive, is what I'm getting, and he would have been light in colored and light in eye color, if that makes sense.
It does.
So that's what I'm seeing, but it's a flip of the switch. So like you say, it's a person, when they don't get what they want, boom, all of a sudden you get the animal side.
Man is known to be kind of, as what we know, just a serial rapist.
Yeah, I mean, but he was, he just, I mean, it escalated to the point where she had said no, she knew that because he took her a different direction. Then she goes, "I'm not comfortable with this," and then I get an argument. But I get that he was somewhat attractive. She felt comfortable with him, and then all of a sudden she did not.
Right.
Sorry, my camera just flipped over for some reason. I just got to figure out how to turn it back around.
It's got something in front of it.
There we go.
That's what I'm getting. I can see the person, and that he would have been a frame of an easy 6 foot, 6 foot. I don't know how tiny she was, but he'd been a foot taller than her.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom was a small, petite lady.
Yeah, so he was an easy foot taller, and he was able to gain control. But she gave a good fight. She was a little tough one, though.
Good.
Did fight
On the
him.
other side going, I gave him a good one. I mean, she got some good ones in, but that just escalated it to the point. But he enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So it's like, when we're at that, but she just keeps backing because she wants you to know that there was no suffering.
Okay. Thank you.
For your sake. Let her know, But I want you to contact like geologists and find out about rocks that have that smoothness to them. So like previous rivers around the area or riverbeds, because that's going to be kind of an area of interest for you.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting with something with that. But it was very almost swampy and very easy to dig into.
Okay. And now, was there? Her belt was found 29 days later after her disappearance in near this man's kind of rental property that he had and where his parents had lived.
I just get carelessness, like it fell out of the truck.
Okay.
Yeah. Like he's trying to throw people off is what I'm getting with that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that was a trophy. That was a trophy, but he got careless with it.
Yeah, I got basically what she said with this, with unfortunately with your mom being strangled and the guy was, his name was Kevin, correct?
Yes.
So when I asked where were you buried, what did they do to your remains? Let me show you the map. So I don't know if this map is, if you can see this map on here very well, but I tried circling it with the black marker. Can you see this?
Yes.
You know where this area is, right? By that bar? Between the bar and your mom's home? Is that right?
That is that bar. Yep, I think the red. No.
Let's see.
What do I have written above on that red mark?
Veronica home, Argyle, Minnesota.
Yep.
Let me see. So who's Veronica? Thank you.
My mom. That would be my mom's name, and they called her Voni.
Okay. So, anyways, I was using my pendulum. It went this. This is the route it went.
Okay.
So I tried to go a little bit to try to get more pinpoint where it was at. What was where your mom's her remains are, and I want to say it was in this area right here. It might be a little bit further out, but somewhere in this area is where I'm getting.
Because I think that yellow marker was the bar she was at, right? Yes.
Yeah. The yellow marker with the bar is.
Yeah.
So when I try to get more information,
there is a snake river that goes right behind the bar. It's pretty shallow, and there's not. It's pretty windy.
Interesting. It goes with what Sandra was saying, and with the water.
Right.
It kind of had more of like that swampy feel.
And that's that Nelson Slough one that I had sent as well. But that is way further north than where you're picking up.
But check out this map right here. So I just did try to. Is this the same place with the same map, or is this something different?
Yep. So that's the yellow dot, I think, is Warren, and then the red dot was Argyle. Yep.
So it's the same map then, correct?
Yep.
Then
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. There's no way for me to know that because I wasn't. If you look at these two maps, if you're not paying attention, they don't really show exactly to me. So I did. Mm-hmm. So I just went with my pendulum over it, and this is what I got. So there's your validation right there, because it doesn't look the same, obviously.
Right.
If you look at both of them, but you would understand it because you know where these areas are at.
Right.
So the next thing I got was when I connected with your mom's spirit, and then I also connect with the spirit guide. They both said the same thing. I said, "Can you give me an idea, a land marker, a number something to show where they can go closer to where your remains are. And she said there's a lot of trees nearby. So that's not really going to help a lot. But she said there's a lot of trees nearby. And then she said there is a blue sign nearby. And I said, a blue sign? She said, yes. And I don't remember if she said old blue sign, but and then the spirit guide at another point said blue sign. So there's something with the blue sign in that area where her remains are by.
We just recently searched an area that is very treed area with dogs, and the dogs had interest, but nothing came of it.
In that area?
In a treed area.
Okay.
I think I have it. There's the slough area that is one area of the slough is very treed, and then there is another property that was his friend's house, and it is a very I sent you that. It's a very treed area and it's secluded. I think I have it written down as Erickson's land.
Okay.
And that is where we were recently with the dogs that had interest.
Is that slough area about 3 miles? I heard 3. I just heard 3 when you talked. Is it 3 miles apart from that?
They did drain a pond behind this property in like 2018, but nothing came of that.
No.
But that, yeah, in that highly treed area is where the dogs showed some interest.
Do you know this spot where me and her are talking about, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then I was told there's a trail along this area, correct? Oh, there used to be? Or was there a trail?
It's like a trail to get into the driveway.
So when I said
Very
it,
narrow.
when I asked about the trail, she said it's more on the left side, and this is where you might find that blue sign, where her remains might be, somewhere in that area. So that's what you need to be focused on.
Okay.
But I'm not going to be 100% accurate. It's going to be on the left
Right.
side, but I'm almost positive that's what the message I got.
Mm-hmm.
But it's anywhere. If you see that blue sign somewhere in that area, that's where you're going to have to start focusing on.
Okay.
That's basically all I got so far. Did that help you?
But I get on it. He would have been a fairly lazy person, so he
I'm sorry.
What you said? As close as possible. He didn't carry her too far. He was lazy.
From where he did it.
Yes.
Because it's right after that bar. It's right from that trail, right? From right behind the bar, between the bar and your mom's house.
My mom's house was 10 miles away from where the bar was.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
On that map, so it's in between that area somewhere.
Yeah. I don't think I can think of a trail. I know that behind there might be a little area of beet road.
I'm wondering if because it's been since 1990, in the mid 90s, maybe that is probably that trail might not be there anymore. But just mainly if you can focus on that blue sign.
Okay. There is an old Mill State Park where back in 96, there was a medium that had came in or a psychic or something that said that she was buried around there and very sloppy with one leg out of the ground, but nothing ever came of that. And that's that old Mill State Park.
The same area we're talking about?
A medium back in 96 had said that she was buried with one leg out of the ground back in 96. And that was at Old Mill State Park
Is
what they had said.
Where me and Sandra was talking about? That same area?
It's not in that area. It's a little further more north.
Okay. Is there I don't know what it is, but there is a blue sign, and there's something to do with close with water, which she's talking about with the rocks.
It was very murky. It was very easy to dig.
And his truck was very full of mud and cattails whenever they found.
Very muddy.
Yeah, whenever they approached him the next day. And then I think a few days later, he ended up cutting his hair off and everything.
Yeah, the key is talking to a geologist about those smooth stones.
Okay.
We'll break down on that because a long time ago it was like a running water area, and then they moved it, but the water still, kind of settles in those areas. But when he's digging it up, I could feel the stones, and it was like that was a key. The key was.
But this map is in the same area, basically the same area we're all talking about, correct? Basically similar to that.
So the Old Mill State Park where the other psychic had said was it would have been over and up, I think, towards the top more. Like the green dots
Oh,
or
I
I
see
think
where it's at, the old mill right here, right? Is that what you're
yep.
talking about?
Yep.
So it's, well, kind of in that same circle,
I
but
told
I'm
yep.
getting that
Yep.
right here, though. But it's either way, it's in this general direction, correct?
Right.
But I went through that pendulum twice, and it kept going to the same area right through here.
In that area.
Yeah. Twice.
I get when he was driving her from the bar. They drove towards the area of what was familiar for her, where she thought she was actually going home. And then he goes, "Oh, I have to go do this." And then
Yep.
he shifted.
And that's what it kind of, I think, his pattern for his rapes sound like.
He's all right if I do this different. This is what I get. I'm hearing it. Like, he's all right. Yeah, I'll get you home. I just got to go stop by this one area.
And that sounds like something that he said quite often to a lot of his victims.
Oh, so he had, you knew he had other victims, correct?
We have a podcaster that's been working the case that we now know of, I think, 11 Jane Doe rape cases currently that he has figured out.
That's interesting. Yeah, because remember at the beginning I said that I felt like this guy was a serial killer. He's done this many times before. Like he's done, there's women.
And then after my mom, he stopped getting caught, which I don't think he stopped doing it because then he was a truck driver. So I feel like he just brought it to the road.
Sure, yep. That would make sense up and down the highway.
Yep.
I'm asking my dowser. He went east. If that helps. I don't know which way east is for you. I was just asking which direction.
Yep. And east is that general direction. Everything that we have mapped out is pretty much all east, northeast.
Yep, that's what I just got was going east. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm in the vehicle. I'm experiencing what she's experiencing. She trusted him, and then all of a sudden something didn't feel right, and then that's when everything went bad. And she was like, "Hey, that's about enough of that."
Yep. The rape case so she went missing October. The rape case that he had did in August, they were at the friend's house that is that very treed area, and when they left there, he went the wrong direction, and she said that, well, you're supposed to be bringing me home. He said he needed gas, so he went the opposite direction, and he said he only got gas from his property. And then he went inside to his trailer, and when she went in to ask to use the bathroom and see when he was going to bring her home, I think he had hit her over the head and raped her for a few hours before he returned her.
I didn't get that much. I just get that there was a pretty good argument at that point.
Yes, but I got the argument and then the strangulation.
Yeah. That sounds very patterned of what a lot of his things say. Yeah.
It's not showing me, or I'm not feeling that in my head. I'm just feeling what happened on my neck immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But it happened very rapidly for her, which was good,
Right.
It's not good for you, but
You know, anywhere that there's a blue sign in that area, are you familiar with this area?
I only go back for special occasions, so I don't right off the top of my head. If we went and drove those areas, I'm sure there would be something pretty significant that would.
turquoise blue sign. I just got that.
Or blue? Is it like an old? I wonder if it's like an older sign. Is it the older sign? Like an older sign?
Well, they tried to make it look like that, and it just got left up or something. I don't know if somebody was using it to advertise something.
Okay. I think that's where there's like that landmark of where she would be in that area in general.
Yeah, it's strong east. He took her one way, and then she was realizing that, what is he doing? Just get me home.
Yeah, and east would have been the direction to go to his place, versus it would be more east versus north. North would have been Argyle. East would have been where he lived.
Yeah, I feel that's where that happened, and then he traveled, but he would have gone to somewhere that he was familiar with. but it just keeps backing that wetness of the ground because it was very easy to dig up.
Did he move her, or did he have her just in this one spot this whole time?
One spot. He just got her there and then just moved on to his next.
Wow.
I don't see him going back. He just didn't have for the creepiness that he was. He didn't have any interest in going back to that area.
No, because I think he was being closely watched for a while.
And that wasn't his kind of thing. Let's go back and see that.
Yeah.
He could have cared less. It was like that, check mark, done, move on. Now what's my next plot? You know what I mean?
Right.
He would just shut the chapter on each one of them, but never go back to the area. But it was familiar with him, is what I get. Like, he would see areas of, like, this would be a good area to get rid of something, Just creepy.
Because he's done it before.
Yeah.
He's a serial killer.
Puts them in different places. He doesn't put them all in the same place. He puts them in different places.
And that makes sense with him constantly on the go with trucking.
All the time.
Yeah, I don't see him taking your mom on the truck and dumping her off on the side of the highway or anything like that. This is like in that general area where it happened.
Okay.
It's not that far. It wasn't that far off.
Does you guys want to answer questions or anything? Or maybe you have any questions for Shanda or Lisa about this? Or me?
Like I said, I keep getting that. It's a teal blue sign, but it feels like it's a sign that was left behind. Like maybe somebody had a wedding out somewhere, and they never took it down.
Yeah, it's something with the blue sign. I keep getting that. The same, the blue sign.
Okay. Has she ever said that? Have we ever been close?
Yeah, I got that message. She said you guys were close, but never ready to find her.
Recently or in the past?
In the past.
Totally in the past.
Only in the past.
If you guys are interested, later I'm going to download this. It's going to probably be there tomorrow or tonight on my YouTube page. If you go under BigSkymedium, and I'll post it on there. It just takes a while to download from TikTok. And you can watch the whole video.
I just got another vision though. I do get, and this is when I do see them recovering. There is a recovery at some point. I just got that. Was she wearing a necklace or anything or something? I get there's a recovery.
They found a belt 29 days later.
Yeah, not that. There was something else on her, but there I do get a recovery of her remains. I just saw it and then they get it figured out. But I do see a recovery at some point.
Okay. Oh, like for the future.
Yes, it's coming. We worked on a case, Paul and I did, looking for a certain young male, and it won't happen for like years, but something's coming up where
because we have new detectives that are reworking the case.
Yeah, it's the key is those smooth rocks.
Okay.
That's going to really help you guys kind of center the area, but I see them finding it. I see the stakes. I see them doing the tape around it, and I see the recovery happening.
And that blue sign's going to be near right by too. That's how it's going to be. That's how you're going to know.
Okay.
It's remote. It's definitely remote. It was easy for him. He was able to get up to his truck. He was a very lazy person. He wouldn't have had to work too hard to move the body because that's the kind of person he was. But I do see somebody being able to figure out where this is at. They get it, and she's recovered. But she also is showing me that, it's also another hardship for you to go through that. So be prepared when that comes in too, because it's another hard day for you.
Beyond, yeah.
Somebody's asking where the guy is now. Thank you.
He currently lives in his parents' house. He was recently arrested they found ammo casings. And so that started July 31st of just this year. And the podcaster came into the picture last October. So we've had a lot really happening this past year. But he sits at home because all of his court hearings are via Zoom. So he sits at home, and him and this girlfriend, she was also a part of a murder. She lives with him, and they just sit there and eat popcorn while he's in his court meetings and stuff like that. And his lawyer just recently asked to be dismissed from the case.
Yeah, because he knows too much and can't represent him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to fall apart for him, though. I do see him in handcuffs and him going.
I feel like it's been trickling this year for him, definitely.
Yeah, she's gonna be fine. She's gonna
You know, we're going into the year 26, which is a beginning and ending. So everything should, this 26 on that, you know, it should start accumulating to the point where I just see him, he's going to be incarcerated.
And she went missing October 26th of 1996.
Yeah, so I mean,
So that will be the 30-year marker.
yeah, but it doesn't matter because
Right.
they still can go after him for that.
I don't feel like all her remains are going to be there because it's been there for so long. If that makes sense, I think the elements and animals might have done things. So just be prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, he had her down far enough that they can. They'll have enough though.
Will the dogs be a significant part of finding her?
Yeah, it's when you guys get the rock situation figured out.
Okay.
You know, it reminds me of like channeled rivers, and you know how some rivers the stones get real smooth from the, you know, the current. It's something about
Going fast.
Somebody said that there were at least 11 survivors that have spoken up. Safranski said.
Yes. Yeah. I think my brother and my sister are watching the live right now.
I can't say the wording here. The men would take women under, I mean, you know, and do things with them. You know, I can't say the word, but I'm sure we'll know what we're all talking about. And that usually, a man that does that after a while and gets away with it so much that does lead up to serial killers. That's part of their, it just moves on up. And that's where he's at.
Yeah. He was married at one time too in, I think, the 70s, and I think he had tied up his wife and raped her over a course of time. And they tried charging him with it, but you can't, according to the law back then, rape a spouse.
Oh, just be careful with that word. I don't want you to
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. They got rules on here about certain words.
Yeah. But you can't do that to a spouse.
They play games when they've got girlfriends and stuff and act a certain way. It's
Right.
the victims that they go after because they can get away with more with their intent. So it's Oscar-winning performance with the and then there's the person that they target.
Right.
And there's the difference between that because the people are with them, they're, oh, I can't believe that. Well, yeah, it's just you're not on that side of it. That person that they're with is an 8x10 to make them look normal.
And did she know him prior to this, just to that night?
No. I feel like she does drugs or something. I feel like she does something because when I tap into her, she's real out of it.
Okay.
So
Yeah. She drank a lot, not a lot, but she was not, you know, she wasn't like really, I would say sober. I mean, she was probably buzzed. That's what I got. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, no, the person that he's with right now, I get that the woman that the bad guy is with somebody that uses illicit drugs.
Yeah.
She checks out a lot.
He's like a or something from back in the day. It's very redneck, very.
But he's somewhat smart to a point. But he, you know, you do get tripped up. They are watching him, and he knows that. So now he's just hanging back. But they have to lead into it. But like I said, I keep seeing mistakes over and over. I see them exhuming something, and
I don't think he's done much after since your mom. Maybe he has, but I don't feel like he's done much. Not only because he's being watched, it's because he's getting older. Some of those serial killers kind of burn out when they get older. They won't do it no more.
Yeah, he's almost 70 now.
Yeah, any girl could probably take him on by now.
Yeah, right. And the girl that is with him currently, she's drastically younger than him.
Ooh.
well, I just feel like she uses. and he keeps her that way, using either drinking or
Well,
drugs.
she just got arrested, and she tested positive for meth.
Yeah, so she's out of it. So he can control her because that's how he feeds her need in order for her to make him look normal.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and then he can do whatever he wants with her when she's hopped up.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't matter on that. I see him in handcuffs. I see him behind bars. So it's just a matter of time. 2026 is the closure and beginning of new things for you guys to be able to carry on.
Well, thank you.
I do see you holding her photo while in court, and you guys are very vigilant. So this is coming down. This is coming down, the whole thing.
It's gonna be found. She's gonna be found. I have a feeling that's gonna happen too. It's gonna happen. Things are changed. Things are different. Things are changing. It's totally what I got as well.
This has been the most productive year with it.
Oh yeah, and then as we go into 26, something's gonna happen. Done deal.
Okay.
Well, it's a good feeling because I just see you guys. I mean, of course, it's going to take a while to do the court case. Probably next
Totally.
fall.
It just opens the next chapter that we would have to enter, and it's not going to be an easy one.
Yeah, I see you guys in warmer clothing. I mean, so it doesn't happen like now. It takes a while because that's how our court systems work. But I see you guys in warmer clothing.
Okay.
So that tells me the time frame. It's not summertime.
Right.
But I see him getting nailed when it's warmer, and then it finally gets done. Because what is a court case thing? Sometimes it takes up to 8 to 10 months to get it rolling.
Right.
So something's coming up that helps you guys find her. Where are we at on this? Because I have no idea what we're looking at. I'm just talking to you guys. So where's this happen at? What state?
And in Minnesota, the upper part of Minnesota.
Okay. We got to get through the nasty winter and something, but it's like look for the marshy, crazy wetness to it. East. And I got 3 for some reason. So I don't know if it's 3 miles from his home or 3. There's something with the 3.
Okay.
And his sign, you got a lot of things like that. But I tend to like to look at the rocks because a geologist can tell you the areas of stuff like that and where the channels are. And then that actually hones you down into the area.
And that circle that I've circled with the pendulum, is that usually where the rock should be? What she's talking about, the marshy area, the wetness stuff? There's that one. Are you still there? Hello?
Lisa?
Yep.
I was just asking about the area where I circled with my pendulum. Went the same area twice. Is there a river near that area?
Yeah, there's a river, but it's a very shallow river, and it would have been very close to the bar and residence.
No.
But there is other areas when you go further east and north that would potentially be an interest with that.
Well, definitely look in that area as well that is circled, because it kept going to that same area. I went through that twice, and it kept going back to that same area, and it kept circling that area.
That area, I feel like maybe because if he went behind the beet piles, maybe is that where he could have taken her life? No, you said that she was at a residence. Or was it in a vehicle that he had done that to her?
I didn't.
Yeah.
What's that?
We both have keys, so I just saw this residence with the pillars, an older house.
Yeah, she got the house. All I got was that the strangulation and that she was buried. Thank you. I didn't get to the point where it was at, what area it was. She might have, Tandra might have seen that. Then I didn't get that part.
I was kind of wondering maybe if he took her life in that area and then buried her in the other area.
Could possibly be.
I would be more leaning towards the specific area of what happened there, and then.
But I just keep getting the blue sign, so make sure you check for the blue sign. That's important as well.
Okay.
Does anybody else have any questions for Chandra, me, or Lisa about this case? Do you want to say anything?
Looking through the comments.
People were asking earlier. They got kind of quiet. Does our mom have anything to say to us? She's okay. She's in heaven. I know that right now. I didn't connect directly with her right now, but I know I connected with her. She is in heaven. She had a crossover. She just said that it was quick. She didn't feel much.
Like family around them whenever they start thinking of her, like she always has a hand on their shoulders and their arms.
Yeah.
And they do like to spend a lot of time with us in the vehicle while we drive. So do be aware that mom is in the vehicle with you.
Okay. I do talk to her whenever I'm driving a lot, so that makes sense.
Talking to you, and it's like you can feel her because the reason you're doing that is because she's right there.
Okay.
Melanie. Sorry.
And Melanie and Dustin are the siblings. They're probably watching and asking.
Is there any busy highway around her? I didn't get a busy highway. Did you?
No, it was off the beaten path because
When we go back to the slough has tons of paths.
Yeah, because this one
And
said it's
tons
more
of
on the left.
trails.
She'd be more on the left side of that path, whatever that means. She
Okay.
goes like they said. I said, "Is it going to be?" She said it was off the path, and I said, "Can you describe to me? Is it right or left?" And they go more on the left, and that's where that blue sign would be.
I get left too. Yep.
Because whenever you go to the slough, there is like the water and the dam on one side with flowing water, which that makes sense. And then on the other side is like a very treed area, and it does have different paths. It is very dense.
Yeah, I just get it was really like the cattails. It's real murky, watery, very easy to dig.
And we did just have the dogs there, but they didn't show much interest, but we just walked on a road. We didn't go into the treed pathed areas.
I think you're saying because your mom said there was a lot of trees around her when I was trying to get like a certain kind of when I asked her, I said, "Is there any kind of number, any kind of anything that you post or anything that you can show me?" And that's what she said. There's a blue sign nearby, and there's a lot of trees. That was one thing she did say was there's a lot of trees nearby.
Yeah, because we were just at the slough. I might have to check and see if I have any pictures when we were there to see. Otherwise, we would have to go back and.
Oh, so you're not doing anything but looking for drama. If this was witchcraft, we wouldn't be here helping her. So yeah, good try. You're not showing anything to help, so you're just drama, and you're looking for. I'm blocking you. Sorry. You get these weirdos that come in here. I like to do drama.
Well, it kills me. I mean, if they have their beliefs and stuff like that, then why are they on there?
Right.
It's like, several times when I've done and worked on missing person cases, it is to help people get to that point of, finding their loved ones if we can help them. And I will help because I have that gift. I'm not doing it because I'm making money at it. I'm doing it because I have something and I have the key of some help.
We don't try. We don't get anything.
Working together because if I share something that I'm not picking up, she'll pick up on something that vice versa, and it's together. It's like a puzzle piece, and eventually, that's why I like working with her to help people. And I got like a list, Chandra, of more people after this later on. I'm just waiting for more maps to come through so I can work on it, and then I'll just give it to you when the time goes on.
But I do see something happening, but it's going to be very muddy. It's an area
To
that
get
gets
to her.
Yeah. So pay attention to that in the spring, where the area is a little bit more muddy.
We work on people that are missing. Me and Chandra do. Working for that with missing. We're mostly just working with like family, spouse. I mean, like basically like spouses, parents, and guardians at this point. Because we don't want, because some people's cultures or religions, they don't like this and they get angry and we don't want the drama and we don't want, legal stuff to come through. So I'd rather work with the parents or spouses. Excuse me.
Yeah, we work with people just basically to, and then there's a support factor afterwards too. I still support the family that lost their daughter, except, and I still talk to people that, that when they did find their loved ones, but a lot of it is to help them connect with
Only,
their.
Rebecca, we'll go to another person at another point. Doing these readings take time. It's not like I could just jump on and get the next person coming on. It's not going to be like that. What's your name, Sandra? What's the last name? I can't click on her. I think they're trying to add you to follow you.
Got it.
What's her name, Michael? Feel free to follow her.
Some of these people that are naysayers of us don't realize that we take time out of our day for free to do this because it's a gift and we're trying to help people out.
It's free. Me and her are doing this for free. We're not getting paid a lot. So if you guys are assuming that somebody's paying us a lot of money to do this, we're not.
I refuse to take money for such things.
Help people. That's what we do. I believe that mediums should be doing more of this, but I think a lot of mediums are afraid to doing it. The ones because I think they're afraid that they're going to get a bad rap, a bad whatever. But like I've told people a million times, mediums are never going to be 100% accurate. We're never going to be 100% accurate. A lot of us are never going to solve a crime because these are all cold cases, and in cold cases, you need evidence, you need witnesses. But what we can do is we can give you, stuff like what the spirit is showing us or telling us to help you with the case. We're not going to be, a lot of times we're not going to be solving the cases. That's not what we're here for. Yeah, there are mediums that have done that, but that's not where a lot of us are at. Does that make sense?
The guide.
Yeah.
I was like with the young lady that when we were looking for her, I kept telling the dad, my head hurt. And I said something happened to her head, and she was on a horse. And I said something came from the left side of me, which I think it was a mountain lion because there was 3 of them in the area. The horse had evidently reared up and had knocked her unconscious, and her glasses were embedded in her face.
Oh, wow.
So he said I was right, and then I kept smacking my right leg, and I said my right leg hurts too. She was drug into the water and fell off, and the horse drug her. She was unconscious by her right leg because her boot was off. These are the things that are the keys to show you that what we do is real, and it validates for the parents or the family or anybody, children, to help them so that, we can help you guys with that. But again, I do see you're being found, and I do see you guys in court.
Okay.
But just know that we're never going to be 100% accurate, but what information we gave you that directs you to where you need to be, that will help you guys, that's what's important about.
Right.
Because we're human. And, I'm never going to say I'm 100% accurate because I'm human and I know I make mistakes. I see things quick. I hear things quick. But what I'm doing is grasping what I'm getting and delivering it, even as when I'm doing regular readings. And I tell people that.
Right.
The majority of it is what you need and it will help you.
Brings us one step closer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, by spring, I think you guys will have some more knowledge.
Okay.
Because, I don't know what kind of weather you're down there now, because once you get snow, that's almost impossible.
Yeah, everything kind of gets sideburnered whenever we start getting snow and freezing stuff.
Yeah, but it's like March, April in that area, as things start to melt, that kind of helps you out a little bit.
Right. Will somebody come forward with where she's at, or will it be just the luck of finding her?
I don't think he told anybody. I think this guy's very secretive. He's very sociopathic, very, like any what do you call serial killer. This
Right.
like remember when I told you this guy, when I picked up on him, I kept getting this predator, this demonic predator thing looking at me. There's something in him. There's something possessing this guy. He makes free will choices, but there's something influencing him. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yes.
It's a chemical response to what he does.
Does he ever get visitors where she is? I don't know. I don't know if anybody knows where she's at unless that creep goes by and checks on her. I don't know.
I don't think he does. I think, like I said, I feel like he put her there and he's never gone back. But he knows.
It's really rare for serial killers because they like to go back sometimes to check on things, But you never know.
Enough not to do that.
Yeah, he's being watched, like you said. So yeah, that can see get that too.
Right.
That is crazy. Yeah.
They're on to it. They just got to figure it out. We had another case many years ago, and they were looking for a lady, and I said, anybody wearing orange? And they were like, no. And I said, oh well, she'll be found by a hunter. They were looking for her in August, and then in November they found her up in the woods by a hunter.
Right. Wow.
So,
You know what I'm getting is this. You know, he collects things from these people, but I'm seeing an old box like stored in his house,
yep.
and I'm seeing him collecting these things from these women that he's done this to.
Okay.
So
Got hair.
you got hair in there too. Yeah. Yeah, he'll go in and check his stuff. This is what he does, and he smells it and he feels it, and so he gets a thrill out of it. Which I'm surprised if that young girl's living there. You know, somebody could probably get her to do stuff to go in there and to look for things, and she probably would if she's. But who knows?
She was a part of a murder herself, and
Oh,
she, I think, abandoned her children or child, and she tries to do adult films, and
or she's just dark all around as well.
Same demonic level as him.
Yeah.
yeah, yes, that's what it kind of feels like.
Same demonic, and so two birds of a feather flock together.
Right. He's teaching her how to be absent to the feelings of what they've done.
Totally.
Yeah, he does have something, and like you say, the back, which actually it would be hard to find a wall or something.
I think she might still have a ring on her, but I'm not sure. I think that ring was on her finger for a while. I don't know what he took from her, but I know that he's collecting things from people.
Okay.
This is the things I kept getting. The ring might be with her, but I think that ring would have been hard to take off. This guy was in a hurry to get rid of her. And it's funny that that belt that was found. I wonder if that was what he wanted, and then he just threw it to the side to throw people off.
Right.
I feel like it fell out. I think it fell out of the vehicle.
'Cause I think it was 1 to like a 3 mile range from where he lived is where the belt was found.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's all that. It's all connected somehow.
Three again.
The area.
Yeah.
Oh, Susie, yeah, those people. Those two people are they're really dark. They're just dark people.
Yes.
Yeah, but she didn't know that. Your mom would have never been around him if she'd known that.
Right.
I don't see this man sharing what he did to anybody. I think he's like, no matter, even if he's close to that girl, I don't think he's sharing anything. I think he keeps that really deep inside of him.
Okay.
Big secret. But she might have found some stuff and question it, but she really, thank you. But she's going to listen to what he says, but she doesn't care. She doesn't care. She's getting what she wants.
I do see him incarcerated. I see him in orange, so.
Well,
And
he's going to
Shaq.
get caught, for sure. Yeah, and they're going to find her body.
It's just a matter of time, But
Right.
even if he doesn't go down for her, he goes down for others.
Right.
He's going down, but I see almost 10 counts. They tie him. They tie him to stuff. Somehow but wherever he lived at or whatever he did, he will mess. He slipped up a little bit here. So.
Right.
But the important part is that you guys are in the area. You're in the area, and they've got it figured out, and they do want to solve this.
Right.
There's hope, and then like me and Sandra said, well, there's hope. Something's going to come up. So I think something's coming. Like she said, I feel it too.
Yeah. I do. Felt it this year.
Has she been questioned?
Probably late spring, but you're not right into summer yet.
Right.
Lorena's asking if that girl has been questioned. That young girl that's with that murder. Has she
Yes.
been questioned?
She's not going to give it up.
No. They said that she's a very hard person whenever she comes in as well.
She's just false. I'm not. She's not even, as far as I'm concerned, even of any importance at this point. It's him, and they're focusing in on his areas. So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of time. But something will come.
Care for her. She's just a mattress to her, and she just she gets what she wants. It's really weird the situation. That makes sense. They're just using each other.
Yep, that's where that's at. But I do see a conclusion coming for your family, so that's the beauty of it.
Looking at me. Thanks for coming.
Well, that's about all I have. I hope that helps. You
Yes,
know,
it does. Thank you very much. Appreciate both of you guys.
That's what I got. I hope it helps help.
I'll get an update through Paul. You guys get something. That would be awesome.
Right.
And again, you guys, if you guys want to watch this video from the beginning to the end, I'm going to post this either tonight or tomorrow on my YouTube. Make sure you follow me on BigSkymedium on YouTube, and that this video will be there. Shanda, you can post this video if you like on your page as well, if you're interested in that. But or you guys can share this video as well as soon as I get it posted out. I'm gonna see if I can download it on here, and if I can download it, you can private message me, maybe like the family or Sandra, I can send it to you as well.
That'd be great. Thank you.
This takes a little bit to download it for a little bit, and then I'll be able to share it. No problem.
Well, have a wonderful Christmas, Lisa.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much.
She will be joining you. Mom will be. She's always with you guys.
Thank you.
God bless you. Your brother and sisters. You know.
Thank you. I really appreciate this. Thank you.
Something's gonna come. Something will come. There's hope. I know
Thank
it.
you. Okay.
God bless. Thanks you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thanks guys. And that's what me and Chandra do, you guys. We don't take money from people. We help other people that are who are missing. That's what we do. We'll get together. She'll bring her information, and I'll bring mine, and we help people like that. And she's from Helena, Montana. I trust her because I've seen her do her work, and she's been very accurate. And I wouldn't trust. I just wouldn't pick up any medium unless I knew if they were really good. Because I'm very picky. I'm very what you call skeptical with other mediums. But she's one that I can definitely trust. I know her work. Hello, Snowfire. How are you? I'm good. So yeah, so we're going to be doing this. I have a list of a lot more people, and so we'll be doing this often. I'm just waiting for these people to send me maps, mail me the maps so I can go and do my part of my work and try to find out more information that way. And she does, like, obviously she does things different than I do, and I like that. But at the same time, she comes up with the same stuff as I do as well. Sometimes we'll come up with, something different, but a lot of times it's the same stuff as well. That's validation right there. Welcome in, Geraldine. But I do honestly always felt this way. If you have a gift that you're born with, or, you acquire, you should be helping other people. Try to help them, whatever you can do. I mean, yeah, I give out a lot of free readings and stuff, but I like doing this stuff as well. Welcome in, Art Girl. But mediums should be giving more. That's the whole thing is. I tell people this. My gift was never for me; it was for them. I'm just here to help. But this is what we do. I was thinking about doing some readings on tonight, but I'll probably do them. What is tomorrow, Sunday? I'm going to be on my Facebook page tomorrow, and I'll probably do readings on there tomorrow. If you're on my Facebook page, it's the one that's got over 17,000 followers. If you guys want to follow me there, I'll give out a free reading or two on there tomorrow night. But I haven't been on TikTok for a while to do readings on here. I kind of feel bad. I've been neglecting you guys. Because I usually come on here and I do this at least once or twice a week. And I've been so busy, people have been starting to schedule more readings with me and everything, which is good. But I just haven't had a time to come on here during the night and do readings for you guys yet. But if not, hopefully next Saturday, if I don't get another, another missing person, I'll try to jump on. But if I do, I'll figure something out. It's during the week. I'll definitely try to hop on again. But how are you guys all doing tonight? Everybody, hi Jeff, how are you? Hi Kathleen. Welcome in. Still trying to. What will be on? Janet, I'll be on my Facebook page, the one that's got over 17,000 followers. That's the one I'm gonna try to do readings on tomorrow night. I'm just trying to get that page going again. But I'm gonna try to. If I have time this week, which I don't know. I think this whole week I'm booked in the evenings doing personal readings. So if not, hopefully this Saturday, next Saturday, I'll be able to jump on again and do some readings on here again. That's what I was telling these guys. I just felt like I was neglecting everybody. I just been so busy. People are just starting to schedule readings with me again, which is good. It's been a dry spell for a while, so this actually is good to help me get back on track again. But I will definitely come on and help like I have been. I used to follow you on Facebook. Then okay. So Lisa, my old Facebook page, the one that had over 35,000 followers, that was the one that got hacked. I couldn't get on it no more. It's a dead page. I don't know why Facebook keeps it up there. But the page you want to follow me on now is the one that's got over 17,000. That's the one you want to follow me on. Make sure you guys follow me on here too if you haven't followed me. I appreciate that. I try to keep my silly videos on here. I try to keep those going at least. I like doing those. Those are fun. I've had people say, "Did you quit doing medium stuff and just start doing funny videos?" I'm like, no. I mean, my pages can't be always serious all the time. You know, I do have a funny side to me. I like to laugh a lot. So and laughter is medicine. So why not? That's why I post them on here. Because people like it. They think it's funny. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll post that stuff. But I will definitely come on and try to do more stuff. I think as soon as I get more time. Welcome in, everybody. But I'm on my page, Lisa. If you just make sure you follow me there on my the one that's over 17,000 followers. That's where I'm at now. Congratulations on a milestone. There you go. Adi, thanks for congrats for being a fan for a month. I appreciate it. Do you guys have any questions you want to ask me while I'm here? Or just talk? I can hang out for a little bit. Hello, Colorado Beauty. I'm good. How are you? You've done a couple on here for me. Just curious. Good evening, Paul. Welcome in, guys. I've done a couple readings for you on here, Kevin. I think that's what you're saying. Hello, Michelle. I do feel like there's a shift coming for sure. Usually when that happens, I wake up and I feel it happening, but I feel like there's something coming. Another shift. I don't think it's a bad shift. I think this one's going to be a relief, if that makes sense, more of a relief kind of a feeling. I don't know when that's coming, but I just feel like something's coming. I just feel like there's something positive coming. It's not going to be like it was. Welcome in, Crazy. Well, so I just want you guys to know, even though a lot of you guys are having a hard time this year, something, I feel like something good is coming, something's changing. Yeah, it's gonna, Colorado, it might take a little bit of time, but it just, after a while, I mean, when it happens, we're gonna feel like it's like a relief, like a release or a relief. This was a tough couple of years for a lot of us, and I think a few years, and I think something's changing. I don't think it's. I think something that I just feel like something that was holding on for a while is just about ready to release, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm okay with that. Yeah, it's not. I don't think anything negative, big or negative is going to come directly yet. Even though I have had that message that something big is coming. That's not what I'm getting. I think there's something positive coming, but something big still will come. But I don't think that'll be for a little bit. Yeah, I think just Christmas this year is going to be. I mean, this last year is going to be just was just. But you can look back on it and just move on now. Thank goodness we need a good change in the better energy. I agree. 5D shift. Yes, I need a positive vibe. Yeah, yeah. There's something good. So I'm looking forward to it. I think the last couple years, the last few years, we had again, ever since COVID, that reading. I mean, years ago, I did a reading on Facebook before COVID happened, and it was interesting because I kept saying there's something coming, and it's going to get everybody affected. It's very contagious, and it's not from this country; it's coming from somewhere else. And the reading was actually really accurate. I wish I would have found that one, but I wish I would have saved it, but Facebook took it away at the time. You know how Facebook is, because they said there was, they did fact check and it wasn't accurate, whatever. But because it was just stupid. But it was actually very accurate before it happened. And anyway, they took it down. But part of that reading was basically that we're all going to be stuck with each other. We had to learn how to get along with ourselves and other people. It was like a lesson, and I think we're moving on from this lesson now. This was a hard lesson. I'm sorry, you're trying to move on, but your ex is coming back. Yeah, if they're an ex, there's a reason for an ex. Hopefully, you can get rid of them. But one thing I did learn over these years, I've got to see people for who they really are. I got to see people that got to see people's true selves come out more, and how they treat people, um, and what their belief system is in. And like, I woke up to a lot of stuff. Um, the churches are starting to, people are exposing churches right now for their greed, and not helping other people. I mean, there's some good churches out there, but a lot of them, it's all about the money and how many numbers they're getting. And now they're getting exposed. And then you have the government, things are being exposed with the government, people within the government. So yeah, things are changing. I think, all the nasty stuff that people were trying to hide, it's not going to be there very long. But you can hear my theory about the church if you want to hear it. It's up to you guys. But the churches should have been built near places that were where the homeless are at, on Skid Row, those kind of areas. That's where the churches should have been built at. But when they created churches, they made it for everybody's convenience to move them in the suburbs and areas where far away from the homeless people. When all Jesus was about was helping the homeless people, sitting with them, eating with them, and feeding them, clothing them. We it doesn't make sense. And so when we go to a church, yeah, it's good to go to a church. You learn stuff, and it does help. But I don't think that we're supposed to. That's not what God wanted us to do. I think He wanted us out there with the homeless people. He wanted us to feed them. He wanted us to help them. That's what He wanted. And I think we lost that somehow. I've said this before in my other posts I posted, but yeah, that's not, we weren't supposed to have, I don't believe we're supposed to build churches away from the homeless. I think we're supposed to build them with the homeless, and we were supposed to go out there and feed the homeless and live as Jesus. And these pastors, these priests should have been teaching us how to do that. They were supposed to be the shepherds. And that was how I always felt about this. Like, what are we learning in church? Besides, anybody can say they're a Christian and go to church and study the Bible. It doesn't mean you're a Christian. Your actions do it. You're right. We have lost it. Um, and so that's where the true church is that work is walking in Jesus' sandals, helping the homeless people, the marginalized people, the addicted people, the people that are treated like dirt. That's just my philosophy on it. I would go to a church that had that was on a skid row in my town. I probably would go. I don't care what denomination it was. I'd probably go there and see what it's like. And if they're actually going out there helping people and volunteering, I would definitely go to that church. To me, that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't think we're supposed to just sit in church and just be robots all the time. It's not Jesus didn't say to do that. It's not what Jesus called us to do. And I remember reading the New Testament. That's not what he was. It's what he was doing. But that's just me. I guess my philosophy on it. So when I see these churches being exposed, I'm like, well, there you go. You guys knew exactly what you were doing. You're taking from people, and you're nowhere helping the people when they were asking for help. My church goes out and helps the homeless. Good. That's a real church, Kathleen. If they're going out helping the homeless, that's a real church. That's the way God Jesus taught us. That's my opinion. That's just how I feel. Same with mediumships. I'm not going to get on all mediums or psychics about this, but this is my philosophy on it. I mean, if you're given a gift, you can't just say you just acquired it. It's actually given to you. I teach mediumship classes in person, and I explain it to them. I'm like, this is actually given to you when the time is right. And when you're given it, you have to respect it or it'll be taken away. And what I try to enforce this to a lot of my, students is I'll tell them is, the more humble you are, the more easier the reading is going to be. If you start using your mediumship and use it as a badge, your ego, your readings are going to suck. And I've seen that happen with lots of mediums in my area. So the more humble you are, the more accurate your reading will be. And just always make sure you stay with the Creator. And pray a lot. That's what the whole secret is. Yes, giving is the best blessing. And when you have that time to give somebody, to help somebody out, that's what it was about. I can't give free readings to everybody because I'd be all drained all the time. And I wouldn't be able to get my bills paid. But I do give them out when I can. And I do help people that are missing. I do that too. So I'm human, and I got another job too. So I try to balance everything together, but I do try to give out what I can. And when I'm on the street in downtown in my area and I see a homeless person, I give them the money and I pray about it. I'm not going to say, well, I don't want to give that person money because they might be using it for drugs or alcohol. I don't care. If they're going to use it for drugs or alcohol, let it be to God, but at least I'm praying about it. I don't like, I'm going to help them. I'm going to talk with them and, treat them like a human. I'm going to give them what I have in my pocket. If I have money at the time, I'm going to do it. I don't mind. And people can get on me. I don't care. It's not what it's about. What part? In Billings, Montana. There was a homeless lady in my downtown, and I'd always run into her, and she's still down there. I feel so bad for her. She's such a stubborn lady, though. Sometimes I have to talk with her for a while in order to give her money because I know she needs money. And when there are times where I'll say, "Hey, did you have coffee today?" And she goes, "No." And so I'll give her money. I go, "Here you go. Let me bless you with get yourself some coffee. You deserve it." Because otherwise, if I just give it to her, she won't take it. She will not take it. So I have to talk with her for a little bit and get to know her. And like, here you go. Go do something. Go. Go if you're hungry. Go. Maybe you're hungry. No. I just stayed at the mission. And so I'm like, well, I have to think in my head. I'm like, just to give her the money, just so I know that's going to help her. That's what things I do. But I see her down there all the time, and I feel sorry for her because she's always sleeping in between like the doors of the buildings and stuff. And I pray for her all the time. I just hope that she finds a place and some love and a place where she can be fed and loved and not sit on the streets where it's cold and lonely all the time. It's a dangerous place like that for those people. But that's me being the big empath. you guys all excited for Christmas? I like Christmas. You excited for your kids? It's like a magical time for kids. Sometimes, like for a lot of us, Christmas is bittersweet. For a lot of us, I think it's we remember our loved ones at that time, um, and then we miss them because we know that they're not there with us. It just makes me happy. That's what it's all about. The joy on your kids' face to make you happy. Happy Sunday, Jason. Welcome in. I spent the night with my grandkids on Christmas Eve. Wake up Christmas morning with them. I love it. It's magical for the kids. I like to think of like the other people that I've missed around that time. I know they're with us at that time, but it's one of those things you always remember them. You know, bittersweet for a lot of us. So I try to remind people like, on those days like that, just light a candle for them, so they just let them know that they're always welcome back. Can I help you with the prayer? Sure. You need somebody. You need prayers. I know everything will be okay. Yeah, I'll say a quick prayer for you. Cisco, just be patient. I just feel like they're gonna work. And I did say a quick prayer for you, but I just feel like things will work out. Just be patient. I keep getting the word patient with you. You're welcome. And keep your faith, no matter what happens. Just always keep your faith. That's important. But you're gonna be okay. Well, thanks for following me. I appreciate it. It's weird where I'm just sitting here talking with you guys and not doing readings right now. Usually I'm sitting there doing readings at this point. I just think today I just gotta like watch my energy. I did like the readings for that lady that was missing her mom. That was draining, but I think I do. Sometimes I do too much and I forget to take care of myself as well. So I just gotta reserve my energy because I do so much. At least have at least one day of not doing anything. My mother always used to say, "Patience is a virtue." It is. I agree. You're welcome, Cisco. Colorado beauty. Colorado is one of the states I would love to move to besides Montana. I love Montana, but I do like Colorado too. It was so big, it reminds me of Montana, but with a lot more people. The mountains and everything around it. You guys have more diversity down there, though, I believe, which is good. Montana's just spread out. I call Montana the twin state of Colorado. I totally get it. Do you have any plans for Christmas? I'm not sure if I'm going back home or not. I'm thinking about it. If the roads are good, I might. Did everybody get a lot of snow? No, I haven't checked outside, but we're supposed to get like maybe an inch, but then it stopped snowing. I'm close to the Billings, Montana area. I was in my office in Billings, Montana when I saw it starting to snow, and I took off, drove to Laurel, where I live, and because I didn't want to drive and all that. But then it just kind of slowed down and stopped. 2 to 3 inches overnight. Welcome in, Brady. We got 5 inches in Pennsylvania. Wow. Thank you, Brady. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining my team. Last winter in Montana, it was really bad. I think we had 2 or 3 weeks of below zero weather, and just nothing but a lot of snow. And I never seen it get that bad. I can deal with one or the other, but when they're together like that, it sucked. My car got stuck. I lost probably count so many times. People are always pushing me out. So I wish I had my miss having a truck again in Montana. Like that sucked. I'm like, I don't want to go through that again. So people are like, "Oh, I love Montana. We love going to Montana." But when they move here and they're not used to the winters here, and they end up moving away, or they don't like it anymore. It's one of those things where I think you just have to be born and raised to get used to it. I think when I was younger, I could deal with the cold, but as I get older, it's like I'm already over it. Oh, Birdie, congratulations. Here's your sticker. I'm gonna put your sticker up here for you. There you go. Congratulations. They can't drive. Yeah, they can't drive. Thank you, Coco, for the gift. I appreciate it. It's right when the first thing of snow lands, you can always tell the people that just moved here don't have or forget how to drive in it. It's usually the people I have to watch out for when I'm driving is the people that don't know how to drive in the snow. Thank you, Deanna, for following me. Appreciate you guys for following me. Thank you. Kind of like just like a melancholy mood or something. I don't know what it is. I'm just like a. I lived in Pennsylvania for a short while. For a couple months, I was there working for a really wealthy lady over there. I was one of her assistants, and she lived in this place called Squirrel. I think it was Squirrel Lane or something, or Squirrel Street, and that's where all these wealthy people live in this area. And kind of glad I don't work there anymore. It was only for a couple months, and I moved back. That was like when I was in my 20s. That was a long time ago. Yeah, Squirrel. So Birdie knows where it's at, Squirrel Hill. Are you from Pennsylvania? The lady I worked with, I think she might have been prejudiced against my religion. I lived in Pittsburgh for 8 years. Oh, interesting. So yeah, so he knows where it's at. Um, so this lady, she was very Jewish, which is fine. And one day she asked me what my religion was, and I said at the time I was Roman Catholic, and she goes, "I never heard of that." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's been there forever. I mean, you got a lot of churches here that are Catholic, right?" And it was cold tonight. Oh, I'd love to live in Vegas if I could. And ever since that happened, she treated me like dirt. Like she would make me. So remember those old grocery bags that were paper? Those big paper ones. So she made me pull weeds in her big yard and just fill them up, and that's all I did for a while. And I got tired of doing that because she had a gardener. And I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm not going to do this anymore. And I took off. I went back home to Montana. But I did kind of like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh reminded me of a place in Montana called Butte, Montana, because it had the same old houses like that. Big Sky. Big Sky, Montana. That's over by Bozeman, I think. Pittsburgh it reminding me like a big city, but yet a small town. If that makes sense, it's hard to explain. The downtown, you could tell it's downtown with the the big buildings and the arena, the football arena and everything. But it just seemed like it had that small town at that time. Pennsylvania Groundhog's Day. You have a unique sense of crystals back there. Beautiful. Oh, thank you. These ones. Yeah, I collect them. They're crystals, and some of them are rocks. Like these are over here, my rocks over here. Let me see. I got a whole bunch. I collect a lot of rocks and crystals all around my house. Thank you for the gift, Coco. Yeah, I've got a ton of stuff around here. I just collect them all. I'm in Pennsylvania, north of Pittsburgh. Okay. Yeah, I did like Pittsburgh. It was very diversity too. I like it. A lot of diversity there. In Minot, North Dakota is super cold here. Born and raised in North Dakota, but never get used to the cold. Yeah, I get that. I don't think I was ever got used to the cold in Montana, but I think the older I get, the more annoyed I get with it. I guess maybe it's cool to hang out with you guys for. I'll be honest with you, just hanging out with you guys for a little bit. I would love to take an Amtrak ride to Montana. They used to have an Amtrak that used to ride through Montana. I think they still do. But back in, like I read somewhere that back in the day they used to do it a lot. Like they go a lot. I mean, from one place to another. But I don't know if they still do that or not. They you would think that they would do it more because it's Montana, right? There's so much to see here. Driving on a train would be perfect just in the summertime to see the mountains and the wildlife around here. But it's probably all about money with the people that own the trains, the railroads around here. So I'm sure they probably don't want to do that yet. But that would be an awesome ride to go through. Hi Amber, welcome in. It'd be cool to go from either through Oregon coast to go through all the way through Montana, all the way to the other side of the United States. That'd be awesome. This would be a bad idea, actually. I would do it. Take a round trip like that. Mine, the rural area, of Montana. No, I live in a small town in Montana next to Billings. Billings, Montana's got about 150,000 people, which isn't a lot if you're from a big city, but that's the biggest city in Montana. And in Montana, all these small towns are like a couple hundred miles away from each other. Some are within 20 miles away. So everything's always spread out. So if you ever move to Montana, make sure you have a car or a truck because you can't walk around, like you can in a big city. Well, I live in a really real area, then my population is maybe 1,000. Oh, that's even smaller. Too beautiful to be crowded. I agree. It's slowly picking up though. People are moving here from like California. A lot of them, people from there and other places in Texas, and which is fine as long as people don't want the laws and the way people are here change. They're afraid of that, but I don't mind if they move up here. But as long as they don't, like, I agree with them. Just don't change too much around Montana. We like it the way it is, but things happen. I don't live far from Yellowstone Park. I probably live about maybe an hour, hour and a half away. Not too far from where I'm at. So if the big volcano goes, I'll go. I'll probably go quick and fast. Um, and unfortunately, everybody else has probably got to go. Probably be passing away a lot slower than me, but I'm closer to it. So if I'll probably go a lot quicker. Let's see. As I scroll through Facebook and I see you're live, my heart skips a beat. You look like my best. Oh, thank you, Danielle. Your best friend that passed away. I'm sorry for your loss. I get that quite a bit. That I look like somebody. I remind them of somebody. I've been through Wyoming and crossed the border into Montana. I've been to Yellowstone Park. Yeah, I love Yellowstone. You live in a place like this, you think you could go there all the time, but I just haven't been there for years and years. I need to go back. I think I'm not doing any readings today, Scott. I'm sorry. I'm just here just to talk today. The only thing on my bucket list would be to go to Washington State on check from Chicago. That would be beautiful too. That would be fun. My phone has got 10%. You guys, I got to get off of here and plug it in. It's showing me 10%. You guys, thank you guys for coming. Thanks for watching my video and stuff. I do appreciate you guys. I don't see much on mainstream. Do you live in a simple life now? Oh, I'm still on mainstream. I'm on here a lot. I'm on my Facebook. That's got 17,000 followers. So follow me there. You can. You're welcome, you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out, though. I do appreciate it. I'll be on this week. I'm gonna try my best to get on, you guys, because I don't feel like I'm neglecting everybody on TikTok, and it's not my intention. But I just been busy. But I'm gonna try again to get more on here though, because I have been thinking about it. I need to get back. I like TikTok. But you guys have a good evening too. Stay warm. Nice meeting some of you guys. Thanks for following me too. If you have those who followed me, I do appreciate it. You guys have a good night. Thank you. You too. Have a good night.